Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside historic and steamy Keyworth Stadium, where tonight Detroit City FC squares up with Indy 11 in a huge Eastern Conference kickoff. Let's take a look at those Eastern Conference standings, see what is exactly on the line between these two teams. Especially, you see right there, Detroit City FC just 1 point ahead of Indy 11. Indy 11 with a match at hand. This is a swinging door match. There is no doubt about that. I welcome in my broadcast partner, John Krieger. And John, this match here tonight, Detroit City FC looking to get right.
They have not won in the league since June 21st when they beat Miami here at Keyworth. It's a lot longer than that on the road. If they want to make a push to play in the playoffs, they got to find form. They got to find it starting tonight.
Let's check out our player to watch for Detroit City tonight, brought to you by the Finnish long drink. Kobe Hernandez Foster made his Detroit City debut on Wednesday. What a debut it was.
What an acquisition mid-season for LaRouge. A great distributor. He will hope to drive the offense.
We are getting towards September, everyone, so you know what that means. We're coming down the stretch of the USL Championship season. Detroit City FC's next 5 matches, and John, it's go time.
And you know what? It's go time against tough opposition. Those are teams fighting for and in playoff places. City's going to need to prove they can compete to make the postseason.
And on the other side, this Indy 11 squad, last time out, a very and of course, we will kick it. Detroit City FC, Indy 11. It's going to be a great atmosphere here in Keyworth, and we have it for you. Coming up next.
Adulting? Overrated. Financial freedom? Now that's the move. Meet Alumnify, banking built for real life. No jargon. No hassle, just smart money moves made simple. Want to save more, spend smarter, build wealth? We've got your back. With 0 hidden fees and game-changing savings rates, this is banking that fits your life. Alumnify. Let's go.
Some people are born warriors. Something drives them forward, past any obstacle, towards something bigger. Maybe they weren't born with a silver spoon, but they were born with a purpose. At Wayne State University, we take this drive and turn it into so much more, so they can become warrior strong.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got, game-winning interception, first down, just a nice solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Hi, Dave from DTE here. Ooh, this dirty HVAC filter makes your system work a lot harder, and that costs money. But they're really easy to change. First, just check the edge of your current filter to see what size to buy. Then, just insert the new filter with the arrow facing toward the furnace. It's that easy. Energy bill savings. Get more tips on our website.
Welcome inside historic Keyworth Stadium. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Neil Rule, John Krieger here with you. First minute of the match. Detroit City FC.
You got to go plain and simple. You haven't had a win since mid-June in the league. You haven't been that much better in the cup. You got to find form. Now, the acquisition of an outstanding distributor in Kobe Hernandez Foster is going to help things. But they got to find form, and they got to find form fast.
Atez Juf with it. This is a guy that certainly has had his moments of brilliance, and you get the feeling, we talked about this in the broadcast on Wednesday, just when the ball's at his feet, you expect something to happen.
Well, there's so many players for Detroit City FC with speed, with nous on the ball now under Danny Dicchio, that if they could find the cohesiveness to play together, it can be an absolutely lethal offensive attack. The problem is, over the last few matches, and I know you've been on the call for a lot of them, it's been a disjointed affair, especially in midfield, and trying to find the ball, get the ball into the attacking third. So they're going to be looking to be better on the ball. The formation will change tonight, a little bit different, going with a 4-4-2. I know you're not huge on formations, but what that does is put an extra body up top and trying to create that service. Let's see if it pays off.
Kobe Hernandez Foster gets it to try to check up. Boy, very nice play on the ball. Bruno Rendon able to touch it down to their keeper, Hunter Solt. 169 goals against average, just a 59% save percentage, but does have 4 clean sheets. Lijob stepping up, lays it off. Juve's shot is blocked. And a good job there over by Josh O'Brien, but speaking about Hunter Solt, 22-year-old goalkeeper from Anchorage, Alaska, signed a homegrown MLS contract with Portland, was the first Alaskan and second youngest to start an MLS match. It's on loan from Portland, of course. Here's Connor Rutz getting the start here this evening. And John, I know that we had a little bit of technical difficulties there when we were taking a look at the 11s. What do you see out there for DCFC?
Well, that 4-4-2 we talked about. Interesting to see where they put Hernandez Foster to be able to kind of anchor that midfield and try to be distributive. Also with the 4 along the back line, you're trying to shore up the defensive miscues that have cost you at various points in this kind of slumping run of form. So Danny Dicchio trying to turn the knobs and dials a little bit, make sure the defense is a little stouter, and also give Hernandez Foster plenty of room to distribute.
Boy, Juve goes down. Crowd wanted a whistle, did not get it.
And I'll tell you what, if that's going to be the standard tonight, we're going to have a very physical game of football.
And sent out of play, as a matter of fact. Let's take a look at our keys to the match, brought to you by Suburban Hyundai of Troy. And John, for Detroit City, coffees for closers. You got to close here today.
Coffee, sprinkles, anything else.
Yep.
All of those things for closers. You got to find a way to get points, because otherwise, if you don't, if Indy come in here and get the win, you've got a situation where they have a match in hand, and you're behind another team fighting further down toward the bottom of the playoff places. That it cannot be the case heading into the tough run of form you have, or tough opponents you have coming up. And on the other side, for Indy 11, normally that point would do. Well, yeah, normally a point would do. But after the performance they had against Tampa Bay last week, they're looking for more than that. And they see a team that at home here, and in fact overall, has just not been able to convert.
Villanueva into the 18. His cross is cut out. It will go out for a corner. Boy, how about that build-up with Amu Mensah and Alex Villanueva? That was artful.
I'll tell you what, and in the 11, when Detroit City FC are an attacker, sending a marker with Hernandez Foster, and so that's freeing up some space for the rest of City's midfielder and attackers to move that ball quickly the way Danny Dicchio wants to. And an early set piece for Le Rouge.
Corner played up short. Villanueva sends it off. Hernandez Foster didn't get all of it. It's popped up in the air. Throw coming up. Sebastian Guinzotti will toss it in. Zadi, of course, going up against his former side. A lot of storylines here in this match today. Of course, Elvis Amo now with Indy 11. He had 2 goals in these two teams' last matchup back at the beginning of May.
You've also got James Murphy, formerly of Detroit City FC, on the Indy 11 squad and on the pitch tonight.
Wheat sends it in. Boy, brilliant move by Joof, and that will go wide. But there you see, John, what we're talking about with Atez Joof. He's one of those guys, man, when he gets that ball at his feet inside the 18.
He has the quickness to absolutely burn a guy, and that's what he did there. Beautiful turn. Works around his man, just couldn't get the shot on frame.
So Solt will send it up ahead. And here we go. Wind out of the south, so it's at the back of Indy 11, about 10 miles per hour. Very steamy, as we said in the open. It's 87 degrees, but it feels like 92, which probably feels about, that's better television if you say about 100, right?
Well, I'll tell you what, down on an artificial surface, it's going to feel warmer than 92. And that's going to sap legs.
Mensa to Shane Wheat.
2 markers on Hernandez Foster right now.
Driven up top. Zadi tried to get on the end of it. Well, Indy 11 saw what we saw on Wednesday night. Colby Hernandez Foster was a difference maker. Period. End of story.
That's a guy who can make plays, and he's demanding defensive space tonight so far, and that has allowed City, especially on the wings, to really get forward and try to provide some quality service so far.
Mensa. Hernandez Foster gets a lot of respect from Indy 11. Connor Rutz will drive it over top of everyone.
That was kind of a halfway. Didn't know whether it wanted to be a cross or a shot, and just too much behind it.
So it ended up being neither, and that's what happens when you're in between.
Yep.
So Solt now will serve it back up into the 10th minute. Neil Rule, John Krieger here with you. Keyworth Stadium, Detroit City FC, Indy 11. As we move to the middle of August, the end of the USL Championship season, which, as I always like to talk about, starts before St. Patrick's Day and goes till about Halloween. It is definitely a marathon, not a sprint, but you can see the finish line now at this point.
Yep, and you've got to, now that you know the finish line is there, every match becomes doubly as important. Points become precious. City started the season off strong. It looked like they were going to be in contention for most of the year to host a playoff match. Their run of form of late, though, has them on the hang on to a playoff spot variety.
And that shot is banged off of the back netting, the post that holds up the back netting. Well, that was a quality run out for Indy 11. And once again, Bruno Rendon, who had a runner in Aiden Quinn up the left side, that was near a jailbreak, John.
Rendon just had space and didn't miss by much. Came through the ball, brought the foot through the ball, and kind of swiped at it with the leg. And that'll put some bend on it. And that took it wide of the post and the top corner.
Michael Bryant with his eyes up. Colby Hernandez Foster. Of course, locking up with James Murphy in that exchange. James Murphy, another one. Last year with Detroit City FC, 32 matches played. Was a very pivotal piece for the Rouge last season. Here's Connor Rutz. Sheldon, service across.
Early doors here, Neil. Very good movement for Detroit City FC. A lot of one-touch moves with the ball. A lot of players moving without the ball. That's the kind of offensive flow that Danny Dicchio wants out of his club. Don't take too much time over the ball. Possession with intent. A lot of good movement here in the opening 11 and a half minutes.
So far for Detroit City FC, John, so good. Holding the possession, making Indy 11 react. Of course, they had the opportunity to counter the run of play. Connor Rutz rolls it out. Great anticipation by Shane Wheat. It's cleared out away. Jack Blake came over.
The other part of the 4-4-2, if you trust your fullbacks, Neil, is that you have a situation like Shane Wheat getting that far forward with the two center backs able to stay back. That really compacts the pitch.
Juve taken down. So here's a quality opportunity for Detroit City FC.
It's a dangerous area here. Got a couple of guys can have a go.
Juve or Kobe Hernandez Foster.
And we know Hernandez Foster can bend the ball.
Hernandez Foster, the product of the LA Galaxy Academy. 49 matches played the last 2 seasons for Birmingham.
Far top corner looks inviting.
Hernandez Foster runs up, and the stop made by Hunter Solt. Boy, Kobe gave it a go and nearly tucked it in that corner.
I said the far top corner looked inviting. The near top corner looked even more inviting. And a great save there to deny Hernandez Foster. That was going in. And Solt, a beautiful jump to parry that away.
Michael Bryant tracks it down. A good turn by Michael Bryant. Another good turn. Elijah sends it in, and that ball is flicked over top of the bar. Was that Sheldon that snuck in on the back door? Just couldn't quite get on top of it to put it down.
Neil, dynamic start for Detroit City FC so far. Really compacting the pitch, forcing things into the attacking third. But the most important thing, movement without the ball and runners. Nobody's ball watching right now. That allows for that type of service. And the chances just haven't found the back of the net yet. But this is exactly what Danny Dicchio would have wanted for the first 15 minutes of this match.
This portion of the broadcast brought to you by Alumnify, Smart Banking, Fearless Football, one winning team. Alumnify, proud partner of DCFC. Aiden Quinn inside the 18. Ball played away. Quinn will give way on the throw. James Musa will step over to take it. Musa, the native of England, played in the New Zealand and Australian Premier Leagues. Played for 5 different USL Championship teams. Musa floats it into the 18. It's headed away and out. This will be a corner coming up for Indy 11. That ball fizzed in and flicked across. John, you had a great point about Indy 11's roster when you and I were talking before the broadcast. There's a lot of James Musas on this roster.
Absolutely. Indy 11, when Detroit City FC came into USL Championship, had a lot of direct from college players. They were trying to go young, trying to develop talent that way. Change in ownership, change in philosophy.
Foster played that one back up. It's loose, back heel attempt, and Saldana on the spot to make the stop.
Good read by Saldana to put himself in a good spot. change in ownership, change in philosophy. There is not one player on the Indy 11 roster at this point that is a direct from college player. In fact, the lowest level of prior club competitiveness, so to speak, or not competitiveness, but talent level, is USL League One. And so they've really gone with a quality veteran club, and it's a very deep bench that will help them down the stretch of this season as they fight for a playoff place.
Youth works 1v1. Shane Wheat jumps up into the play. Sheldon back to Kobe. Touches it off to Shane Wheat. Look at Romario Williams just staying with Kobe Hernandez-Foster even when the ball goes away.
Yeah, he's going to be marked all day. They've had one marker on him always and two at various points. They don't want him to be an impact in this contest.
Juve. Villanueva. Juve comes back to get it. Joe played it off. What good build up here from City. Shane Wheat jumps up. Shane Wheat rolls it out to Sheldon. Sheldon's cross, and boy, that was a cheeky little attempt.
See, here's the thing, though. You dance with the devil when you put two markers on Hernandez-Foster.
That guy right there.
Because that guy is open up. And when you have Shane Wheat as a fullback who is confident enough to be that extra body pinching forward, you lay off and all of a sudden you've got a fizzing cross and you can't mark all the bodies. And we've seen that 3 or 4 times so far in the early going of this match.
We talk about veteran presence. Sebastian Guenzati came into this season over 205 USL matches played with 75 goals. He's bulged the netting a couple of times in his career. And you give him a spot too with a role like this where he can play off with Kobe Hernandez-Foster. And
with the 4-4-2 formation and the extra attacker up top, really they're trying to stretch Indy 11's back line from touchline to touchline and force movement from them. Now the only way all of this works is if the center backs stay calm, because there are going to be counters and you have to be ready for when Indy 11 can flip the script a little bit.
Yatez Juve getting a little physical too. Looks like this is the kind of party it's going to be tonight, my friend.
Well, we saw that from the first challenge that wasn't called. I think there's a physical standard that's going on today, and you know what? I'm here for it, as long as it's consistent.
This portion of the broadcast brought to you by SeatGeek. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Detroit City FC seats. Direct ball, the flag will go up here. Even I saw that one, John.
You know what, though? That is Devin Amumensa just having a little bit of guile. He baited the Indy 11 player into that run and then just snapped the offside trap right down on him. Take a look at the shape here at City's midfield, Neil. You have one winger close to each touch line. Now Connor Rutz has come in a little bit.
Job gave it away. Williams rolls it up. Flag will go up one more time. This portion of the broadcast brought to you by Old Nation Brewing Company, celebrating 10 years of independent and respectfully brewed beers.
Let me tell you, that's a lot. By the way, Old Nation.
It's going to be an M43 kind of night tonight out on the patio, I'm just going to say.
You're entirely correct.
And look, they've come out with a great line of products, but sometimes you can't beat the original, and M43 is that original.
It is solid. We got about 70 minutes and a ride home.
Yeah, absolutely. Please enjoy responsibly, everybody. Shane Wheat looking for Sheldon. Nearly found him, did find him. Rutz will track back. Kobe Hernandez-Foster. They forgot about Kobe first. Zadi touches wide and it's cleared away.
He was going to fire. That was a great lay-in by Hernandez Foster. He escaped his markers, and then when the markers came out to meet him, laid it right through him, and Gonzalez just couldn't touch. These centers are how much they've compacted the pitch.
Just couldn't quite get there. And John, I'll tell you what, as this has gone on, we're 22 minutes into this. Detroit City's got even more daring as this match has gone on.
You know, they're going to take risks. This is going to be all or nothing. And this is exactly the kind of response they would have wanted after Wednesday night.
Detroit City FC right now, 77% of the possession.
And it's the good kind of possession because they're moving the ball. It's not passing it around among your back four and passing it back to the keeper. They are pushing, compacting the pitch, things further and further forward. Their fullbacks have the courage to come forward and be extra bodies. That allows them to make one-touch passes and move the ball. It's a very good recipe. They just got to find the back of the net.
Montez Juve can certainly do that. Look at all the space Shane Wheat has had to work in all evening.
He's been very confident on the ball. Quickly they're moving though. One touch, two steps, use the space, move as soon as the challenge comes forward. Control, draw the challenge, play it off. That's the type of movement you want on the ball. Never allow the defense to get set.
Right, Joe just overcooked that one.
He was expecting a runner, and the run didn't materialize.
Jope, of course, did 14 matches for Detroit City FC back in 2019. People forget he's just 24. Still a lot of runway for his career.
Look what Solt's doing here. Just taking a little air out of the ball. Trying to give his defenders
he knows what's going on, no doubt. Hunter Solt, we talked about it, just 22 years old. Was 3-1 in the US Open Cup last year. Had clean sheets against San Antonio, Detroit City, and a win over Atlanta United out of MLS. Gonzalez wanted a whistle. Ball served in. Saldana will grab that and look to roll it out to Connor Rutz, who wants to get going. Well, Juve is calling for it. He had space, and now it's closed down.
Look at the transition, though. City get in possession again. How quickly the fullbacks are coming forward.
Villanueva. Hernandez Foster with some space. He'll take it. And there's a lash and another sprawling save by Hunter Solt. Oh boy. Montez Juve nearly sent a bolt of lightning through Keyworth. Joe rolls it back.
Look at how far forward the center backs are for Detroit City right now. Almost on the attacking edge of the center circle.
Ball cleared out. Famu let it go.
And just puts it out of play. All that's designed to do is
relieve pressure.
Relieve pressure and unaccordion things and let you have a little bit of space.
Famu, of course, a local product from West Bloomfield. Played for Vardar. So will come off the line to grab that.
If there was a little bit less on that, Juve had beat the offside trap, but he was going to be in 1v1. Aggressive play. Aggressive ball movement forward. Now, Indy 11 have countered this. They're in possession. They've brought a third body up on the wing here. Aiden Quinn. He knows how to unlock defense.
Boy, Malik Foster, a heavy challenge.
And the official waited to see if advantage would happen. City with a quick restart.
Foster with some words for Kobe too as he went by. So, all right, Indy 11's going this way with it now.
Well,
there it is too again.
This is called how do we disrupt the flow?
Right.
Commit some fouls and disrupt the flow, because right now the flow belongs 100% to Detroit City FC. So at that point, you got to be a little more physical to make it a stop-start game, because the movement by Detroit City FC has been so good.
Hey, and you do what you got to do out there, right? Like it's an avenue that's available to you.
That was almost a giveaway. Couldn't control it on the far side.
Michael Bryant had to come 30 yards back for the throw.
I'll tell you what, this is usually ask me about the half-hour mark, how things are going. So we're there. It's not an A+, but it's a solid A-. The only thing missing for Detroit City FC is they haven't found the back of the net. There's been one shot on target for Indy 11. It was a weak back heel. They've spent about 30 seconds, maybe 45 in the attacking third with possession. Great start. You're still vulnerable to that counter, though.
Possession still at 78%, Detroit City. 217 passes for DCFC already, 60 for Indy 11. But none of that matters now. And what a brilliant defensive play by Almu Mensah. And Lindley's cross played away. And John, that really is the flip side of the coin of the possession dominating the match, but it's 0-0. It almost gives confidence to Indy 11. Say, hey, we only have to be brilliant for one moment. Listen, and all of it goes in the trash.
You like boxing, right? So Muhammad Ali's probably most famous fight involved him rope-a-doping George Foreman. This is a little bit of rope-a-doping George Foreman. You're taking blow after blow after blow. You haven't conceded anything. And if you can land a punch and catch Detroit City on the chin, good things can happen.
Now the throw coming up. Matthew Corrigan, the head referee, with some words inside the 18, and Almu Mensah taken down. Oh, and this will be a red card. A straight red. Almu Mensah, and that came away from the line of sight for us, and it's an elbow.
I think he took an elbow to the head, Neil, and contact to the head like that is going to be automatic.
Bruno Rendon.
He went down like a sack of potatoes.
Yes, he did.
Away from the ball. And he went down and his neck snapped back. And I bet when we see this replay, he's going to take an elbow up in the head or contact to the head, and that's an automatic red. And if that's the case, it's a good decision by the referee.
And Matthew Corrigan had just had a discussion. I know that Almu Mensah was involved. I couldn't quite see if it was Bruno Rendon too. And that came right on the heels of the referee talking about it. So Rendon shakes his head as he goes back to the locker room.
This changes this game 100%.
Let's see it again. Oh, right there, arm
right
extended.
To the head.
Yep.
Arm to the head, arm extended, contact to the head, away from the plate.
After he just got done talking to everybody. Yep.
That is excellent officiating by our referee tonight. Went in, tried to address the situation beforehand. You can make no argument that that is a soccer-related play. That's a shot to the head. Off you go.
And that will lead into a hydration break. We mentioned the fact 87 degrees at the opening kick, 92 degree heat index, probably pushing 100 out there on the pitch, but things have warmed up even more after that red card issued.
And Neil, here's why it's such good refereeing. So anytime that a referee is going to administer a foul, administer a decision, all right, they're going to evaluate the foul based on 3 levels of severity: careless, reckless, serious foul play. Careless, it's going to be your common foul. You're normally going to see the stoppage or play, the free kick. Reckless, you start getting into the booking. Serious foul play is where you see the red card. And a shot to the head like that with the arm extended falls squarely into serious foul play. Correct decision.
And fans, the USL on CBS Sports Network is back. That's right. Championship Eastern Conference playoff contenders North Carolina FC and Detroit City FC face off this coming Friday, August 15th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, only on the CBS Sports Network. Neil Rule, John Krieger here with you. Historic Keyworth Stadium in a match where Detroit City has been on point with 78% of the possession. But everything has changed now. Bruno Rendon moments ago, a straight red card for head contact. Indy 11 will be down a man.
And now, even more so than when we talked about it in the open, partner, there is only one acceptable result for Detroit City FC. You have 60 minutes, up a man, at home, your house, 3 points or bust. Plain and simple.
Those are the stakes. We talked about it in the open. City just 1 point up on Indy 11. Indy 11 with a match in hand, which I've always tell you, math is not my strong suit, but you can render that match in hand useless by getting 3 here tonight and going up by 4. Even I can figure that one out, John.
And by the way, since the tiebreaker first is season head-to-head, you had the draw in Indy, you get the win here, you get the extra little advantage by having the season series against Indy 11, a team you're fighting with for a playoff place. That's where it's at.
Kobe Hernandez Foster. Boy, look at Detroit's. Look at where Michael Bryan is.
They are attempting to
make no mistake what their motive is right now.
Yep.
Sheldon sends it across. The dummy steps up. Abu Mensah sent a rocket just over top of the crossbar.
You know what? And people are going to talk about the shot, but the play there was the dummy. What a leave. What a leave out wide to allow it to run through, draw the defender, and give Abu Mensah the chance to shoot. Came across, the dummy through twice, through 2 players to Abu Mensah, who just couldn't keep it on frame. But the 2 players between the passer and Abu Mensah drew enough defenders that he had the shooting lane. He just blasted it over top of the bar.
Mensah steps up to take it away. Let's pass, deflected out for a throw.
Worth noting, by the way, the other side of the red card for Detroit City FC is, and I understand it's a red card for serious foul play, so it'll never be an apples-to-apples situation. But you're now up a man. You got to be extra smart from a discipline standpoint, because you don't ever want to put it in the official's hands to even things up. So keep the advantage you have. Be smart. Indy will try to make things physical. Don't allow that to happen.
As the kids would say, you got to lock in right now.
Yes, absolutely. On both sides of the ball. And keep this defense versus attack drill up, because it'll wear out the 10 men of Indy 11.
Folks, Wayne State is proud to be the official higher education partner of Detroit City Football Club. Villanueva, cross, looking for Lai Joe. Kobe settles it down, Connor Rutz.
Got to keep the movement you had up before the red card. Things have slowed down a little bit right here. Keep moving without the ball. Create the runs.
You remember there was some drama in the first matchup back in early May. The 11 got a red in that fixture. They scored the equalizer with 10 men in that match. That was Elvis Amo.
had the brace
Yes, he did.
against his former club.
O'Brien.
Oh, careful.
Pressure came from Mario Williams.
Touches have gotten a little loose here the last couple minutes. Got to shore that up.
Connor Rutz. Nice cross. Villanueva. Amumensa. Amumensa with the heavy touch. I wish he had that one back. But City will get a throw.
I don't know about you, partner, but since the red card, things have looked a little more disjointed. City had the flow or moving things, and now they're up a man, and Indy are a little deeper, and you got to figure out a way to find a window in the bus.
Juve makes his move. Tried to chip it ahead, looking for Guenzati. Too many defenders in the area. Boy, beautiful pass. Slotted up ahead. This is a 2v2. And that ball touched away by Michael Bryant. And the foul will be called as he took down Malik Foster, and he will get a booking.
Yeah. Remember what I said about being smart from a discipline standpoint? He went in and he is a little bit lucky that the Indy 11 player tried to step around him and go for the ball, because if he continues his run,
or made a production out of it, yeah. Who knows?
That's
You're at the
question,
mercy.
man.
Yeah, 100%.
And you don't want to put your life in somebody else's hands.
And through all of this right now, this is a set piece in a dangerous spot that you have to defend, and at a baseline. That's what that allows.
That's the other side of the coin of not finding in the back of the net when you've had dominant control of this opening half.
Yellow card on Michael Bryant, brought to you by the Sava Law Firm. Matthew Corrigan has been in the center a lot here today, the head referee.
But he also has control.
He has control over it, I would agree.
I'm okay with an official having the temerity to make a call, so long as they keep control of the fixture, and he's done that so far.
James Murphy in the mix, drives it up. Saldana across the line will make the grab. Ricardo Ocampo, the first assistant. Seun Inca Kainde, the second assistant referee. Ryan Homick, the fourth official. As I always like to say, Ryan Homick drew the short straw today. Ball sent up ahead, played across. It's just you're in the middle. You're in the middle of it all.
You know,
off to the side.
You know what you are is a walking, living, breathing flak jacket.
Human shield.
You are a flak jacket. That's what you are. You're taking bullets from both sides.
Yes.
For something you had nothing to do.
Right. Connor Rutz. Sheldon.
It's going to be a foul. And so we saw earlier from about this distance, Hernandez Foster can bend that ball. He can go to either top corner. It'll be very interesting to see how Solt directs his defense to set up. Two-man wall the first time allowed him to bend the ball around.
And a bench yellow. So that will be assessed to Sean McCauley. He's in his second season when he's an assistant coach at Orlando City. Most recently was interim head coach for Minnesota United FC in MLS.
He was just waiting until Mr. Corrigan got close enough to his bench that he could give his thoughts on previous decisions, and his thoughts have been duly recorded.
And noted. Literally. So here we go again. Montez Juve. Kobe Hernandez Foster. Jack Blake drew the short straw here, the one-man wall. There's a Layoff for Kobe. Kobe threads it through, turning and shooting wide with Sebastian Guenzati.
That one's off the training ground.
Training ground, yep.
Because if you're watching tonight, plain and simple, and you're hearing Neil and I talking an awful lot about Detroit City FC, truth of the matter is Indy 11 hasn't done a whole lot on the offensive end of things. It's been a defense versus attack drill.
Possession up to 80% right now for DCFC.
And yet, it's still 0-0 in a game that now City have to win.
Wave back on that wing spot. Lyjoke with it. That throw will go to Indy 11.
Indy 11, if they can keep possession here, try to get something before the break, all the better. But it's all about getting to the halftime locker room and setting yourselves up for a second half down a man on a hot and steamy night. I do not think it is outside the realm of possibility that we will see all 5 subs from Indy this evening as they try to match up defensively.
Boy, that was a little bit of a lighter call. Fans from the press box here at Keyworth.
The unlicensed officials had a thought.
Yes, they did. Sent into the corner looking for Williams. Michael Bryant will shepherd that one across the goal line.
You know what? Unsung heroes today, City's center backs. Every time that Indy 11 has been in the attacking third, City's center backs have dealt with the issue.
And coming from 15 yards into the offensive side of the pitch, too.
And without the help of their fullbacks who have been pinching forward. So City's 2 center backs tonight, really good job just being the shepherds along the back line they need to be. Well, the last time City got a win in the league against Miami FC.
Ball sent in. Guenzati trying to go to the back post with the header.
There was a red card in that match too. And City took advantage of being up a man. So they'll try to do that again today. A couple of minutes of stoppage time. My guess is 2.
And the streets are saying you might be right on that, John. We'll see. And confirmed there will be 2 minutes of stoppage time. Villanueva settles it down. Boy, Villanueva's legs taken out from underneath by Romario Williams.
If he hadn't already been a little bit off balance, we might have seen another Indy 11 card there. And now City being directed to move the ball back to the spot and stop it.
Mensah.
I'll tell you what, Hernandez Foster is going to be even more marked down now.
Villanueva works his way through. Connor Watts, right side, tried to cross it. Goes out for a corner.
Guess who? Aiden Quinn tracking back, making a play, veteran play.
We roll into the 2nd minute of stoppage time. Of course, Kobe Hernandez Foster. Corner kicks brought to you by the Spot Massage Therapy. Kobe can serve corners too, folks. Drives that one in, and it's headed away. Great job by Malik Foster. This could be something for Indy 11. The flag will go up. No, it will not, because Malik Foster kept it. And Connor Rutz tracked all the way back to stop that cross.
And then Amo Mensah gets back there, knocks things down, plays it back to Saldana, who erases the threat. What a track back by Connor Rutz. That's a midfielder slash forward, tracking all the way back, keeping his wits about him, making that play.
Amo Mensah looking for Sheldon. Will it check up? It will not. And that might just about do it. And there is the halftime whistle. So Indy 11 playing about 15 minutes of that first half, down a man. And John, they were able to hold the fort.
It's going to be defensive against attack the rest of the way. Near perfect first half for Detroit City. But the stakes are these for 45 minutes. You're up a man, you need 3 points. Nothing else will do. And you didn't find the net in the first half. You got to figure out a way to do it after halftime. This is a pivotal moment in Detroit City FC's season in the next 45 minutes.
When we come back, we will kick off the halftime festivities. Halftime brought to you by Stroh's, because Stroh's is spoken here. 0-0 through the first 45, but don't go anywhere, folks. City up a man when we return.
There's a beer in the D for me and you. From Royal Oak to Jefferson Avenue. Grab a friend and a jersey too and chant. Chant like you give a damn. Now we're talking Detroit, and Stroh's is spoken here.
Here's Smith again, the chip! Give him two! It's through two defenders! Oh, what a goal by two! Morris, service on the corner! And it's 1-0 City! Summer soccer is in full swing. Feel the adrenaline, embrace the excitement, and be a part of every heart-pounding moment at historic Keyworth Stadium. Single-match tickets available right now at deadcityfc.com/tickets. Summer soccer is in full swing. Feel the adrenaline, embrace the excitement, and be a part of every heart-pounding moment at historic Keyworth Stadium. Single-match tickets available right now at deadcityfc.com/tickets.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Welcome back to halftime, brought to you by Stroh's, because Stroh's is spoken here. 0-0, Detroit City FC, Indy 11 through the first 45 minutes of play. Let's check out a piece on Jay Chapman, the veteran presence that Detroit City FC brought in during the offseason, the former Michigan State All-American.
What's up? I'm Jay Chapman. I'm from Brampton, Ontario, Canada, and I'm a midfielder for Detroit City FC. It was an interesting offseason for me. I was obviously still under contract with Hartford for this past year. Myself and them, we were just looking for something different, and I was trying to be pretty precise on where I wanted to be, and you know, kind of trying to come a little bit closer to home, as I am from you know, just outside of Toronto. So I've always watched Detroit from afar. Obviously played against them in the league, but you know, just having ties to Michigan, and obviously when Danny came here, as I have ties with him, you know, I thought maybe there was an opportunity here. I've kind of fluctuated throughout that position. I've always been a midfielder. I mean, probably my best role would be as like an 8, kind of a box-to-box. I've played every role in the middle, so I know what kind of each role dictates. So it's, you know, it's usually just kind of comes down to what the system is kind of asking of me and what the coaching staff is asking of me. But from a team aspect, I think I was brought in here, other guys were brought in here to try and build on last year. Finished 3rd, so I think, you know, with the talent we have and with the culture that's kind of been built here and you know, the resources that are being put into the club, I think, you know, we want to compete with the top. You know, we have to take each game one game at a time, and I think if we do that, we're you know, we're really going to like where we end up this year. From a personal side, I've always had lofty goals my whole career. I think that's why I've been able to have, you know, the career that I have. I hold myself to a high standard, and I'm also my biggest critic, right? So I think if I do that, you know, the individual awards will come. I think the most important thing is that, you know, I help lead this team. By my leadership, you know, just improve the overall team. And I think if I do that and just kind of focus on the results, I think the individual things will come, so.
Here's Smith again. It's through 2 defenders. Oh, what a goal by Jude. Morris, service on the corner. And it's 1-0 City.
Prinks tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks tires will be there for the long haul.
Cedeno gets it back! 1-0 City!
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. 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 What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
Here's Smith again, the chip! Give him 2! It's through 2 defenders! Oh, what a goal by Jude! Morris, service on the corner! And it's 1-0 City!
USL 2 National Championship between Ballard FC and the Vermont Green. This is a moment very few of us have ever seen. This is a special moment for soccer and for Burlington.
It is
going to be a big one. These two teams are loaded with talent. They've both led their conferences, their divisions throughout the year, and a chance for Ballard to make it 2 titles in 3 years, and a chance for Vermont Green to do something no one has done since 2010 and go perfect. And the referee points to the spot. He rolls it off the post and in. And Vermont Green take the lead in the national championship at Virtue Field. And there he is, coast to top once again. Indy recovers it, curls it back in. Marshall flicks it on, and Kinslow, the national championship goal scorer in NCAA, puts it in 2025. Vermont is the king of soccer, and the Vermont Green win their first ever USL 2 title. And green is the color of victory once again in Burlington, Vermont.
BYU is the place to be here tonight as Utah United and NC Courage battling out here for a national championship.
NC Courage looking to defend their title, and Utah United looking to make some history with the first expansion team to win a USL W League final.
Now another shot that falls, it goes in the back of the net! And just like that, Utah United off the foot of Evans Tostado. And now Blum puts it in the back of the net! It's 3-0! Sends one in the back of the net! It's 4-0!
Here inside historic Keyworth Stadium. Halftime brought to you by Stroh's, because Stroh's is spoken here. Let's check out the news and notes and see what's popping in and around USL Championship. And as we take a look, Devin Rensing, of course, getting the gig in Las Vegas. And as I talked about earlier this week, do whatever Charleston Battery's doing. It seems to work.
It does, and there's a Michigan connection too. Devin Rensing, the brother of Michigan State men's soccer coach Damon Rensing. So there's a connection to the Great Lakes State.
Absolutely. FC Tulsa adding some firepower. Of course, Trevor Amon will transfer from Sacramento Republic. And for those that don't know, FC Tulsa leading the West right now, just like everybody thought before the season.
I had that down on my bingo card. Why not?
Absolutely. So we will take our final break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half of action for you. 0-0. Detroit City FC, Indy 11. Don't go anywhere, folks. A huge 3 points on the line when we come back.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Some people are born warriors. Something drives them forward, past any obstacle, towards something bigger. Maybe they weren't born with a silver spoon, but they were born with a purpose. At Wayne State University, we take this drive and turn it into so much more, so they can become warrior strong.
Here's Smith again, the chip! Give him 2! It's through 2 defenders! Oh, what a goal by Joe! Morris, service on the corner! And it's 1-0 City!
Adulting? Overrated. Financial freedom? Now that's the move. Meet Alumnify. Banking built for real life. No jargon. No hassle. just smart money moves made simple. Want to save more, spend smarter, build wealth? We've got your back. With zero hidden fees and game-changing savings rates, this is banking that fits your life. Alumnify. Let's go.
Detroit City FC is brought to you by Fago, proud to be the official pop of DCFC. Fort Pontchartrain, the official hotel partner of Detroit City FC. And Stroh's, because Stroh's is spoken here. Let's check out the highlights from the first 45 minutes of play, and Detroit
you have the chance to eliminate the effectiveness of their match in hand, and you have a chance to make a statement to North Carolina, who you play on Friday, who is in the 4-hole, that you're still a challenger to host a playoff game. That's what's on tap for the next 45 minutes. Anything but 3 points, and it's an opportunity very much lost.
And we have a substitution for Detroit City FC. Darren Smith has come in for DCFC, which, you know, doesn't really open your... I mean, he scores a lot of goals.
Fine, bring a forward on, but
Shane Wheat comes out for Darren Smith. So in case you missed it a couple seconds ago, when I said to John Krieger, it was very clear what DCFC's intent was, in case you were still confused. Danny Dicchio just told you again.
He just put fuel additive into the gas tank for more miles, for more horsepower. And he's taken off a guy in Wheat that has been very good in the attack, pinching forward. What's that going to be now? 3 at the back, and everybody else bombs forward.
John, is this a situation where maybe you would see Atez Juve act as a trailer, that maybe he slides into recently vacated space when you are on the attack? How would this look?
Well, you can already see that Juve is further back than he was in the first half. And so, yes, I think he's a guy with the pace that can track back and help. I think this is Danny Dicchio having a lot of faith in the defenders he's left on the pitch to handle things and making the bet. As we've got an early player down.
That was a tough go for Jack Blake, as he's just now getting to his feet and the words accelerating a bit. Atez Juve with some words. Kobe Hernandez Foster directing traffic.
Well, I think some of the argument there, Neil, was, well, that did he get contacted to the head? We had a guy sent off. Well, the difference was that if you look at it, if there was contact to the upper regions of the body, his hands were not extended. And then Juve was saying you have no case.
So Matthew Corrigan further explains the case, and now away we go. Ball served towards the corner. Amu Mensah calmly heads it away. Ball driven in, nearly got through, and Villanueva
flag is up.
ping it up. But yes, as you said, the flag is up. This portion of the broadcast brought to you by DTE Energy. DTE recommends installing carbon monoxide detectors in your home and business today.
Ford getting into the top line attack for Detroit City FC. Guenzati, Joof, Smith, all up top right now.
Montez Joof drives that one, was looking for Darren Smith. Couldn't connect. Great veteran work there by Romario Williams.
That's a great cutout to keep the pressure on.
Montez Joof. Overlapping run by Villanueva. A little bit of a heavy touch there from Kobe Hernandez-Foster, then called for the foul.
So let's dive a little deeper into something that I've seen since the red card, partner. Before the red card on 30 minutes, Detroit City FC was almost moving instinctively. They were moving one touch, two touch, move the ball. Following the red card and knowing that they're upper man, things have slowed a little bit, and it looks like they're trying to be more calculating. Sometimes you don't want to be calculating. Keep that instinctual play up, and sometimes you got to take a guy on. What we saw in the first 30 minutes is the City wasn't afraid to run at people, move, run without the ball. Now it's almost as if they have slowed down the attack a little bit, trying to find the perfect pass to unlock an Indy defense that is clearly more collapsed. And you just got to get back to playing instinctual soccer.
Boy, Amu Mensah was just called for a foul. And Romario Williams essentially just threw himself on the pitch and got the whistle. Amu Mensah couldn't believe it, still can't believe it.
He's doing a smart thing, though, and extricating himself from the situation.
That is true. Indy 11 playing down a man. Red card, straight red card. Bruno Rendon in the 30th minute. Dangerous setup. Aiden Quinn is there. Quinn runs up, gives it a go, and just missed that right post.
That didn't miss by much, and Solani was late in coming over. That had a little pace on it. That was trouble. See how deliberately City are bringing the ball forward? Just use your instincts. Don't take time over the ball. Move the ball. And by compacting themselves, Indy are just baiting City into trying to find the perfect moment. You don't need pretty goals. You need goals.
Mensah rolls it out wide. Sheldon. Kobe. Elijah. That ball sent in. Darren Smith with the header across. And Solt again goes horizontal to make a stop.
He reached back and parried that out. Go gadget arms. And parried that away for a corner.
Corner goes to Joof. Here's Villanueva with a spot. Lets it go. And Solt climbs the sky to touch that one over the crossbar.
Player of the match for either team right now is Solt. He's had 4 excellent acrobatic saves. The first cross comes in, and he reaches behind himself, behind the body, to parry it away. And then Villanueva has to go, and he says, not so fast, and parries it over the bar.
Kobe whips the corner in. Off of Blake. Amu Mensah pops it up. The battle for it. And that would be off Michael Bryant, so a goal kick coming up. This portion of the broadcast brought to you by Alumnify, smart banking, fearless football. One winning team, Alumnify, proud partner of DCF. Hold on, down a man. Hunter Salt taking his time here. The near 7,000 fans at Keyworth reminding him of how much time has elapsed.
I think more reminding our first referee how much time has elapsed. And he's going to make Darren Smith run at him. And the count shall begin again.
Ben Ofemu, a little hip check there on Darren Smith as he went through, and Darren Smith went right back at him. Ofemu's 6'4". He's built like an NFL tight end too.
What'll be very interesting to see here is when referee Corrigan, and if he decides to book the goalkeeper for time wasting.
This could be a 3v2. Here comes Eli Jope. Guinzotti up with him. Jope crosses and sends it wide. Went across the 18 with the right foot and pushed it wide of the post.
That's a great job by Indy 11 defensively. They forced him wide and into a bad shot. You have the advantage there, and that's a great job. Look at O'Brien's positioning as he comes in, and O'Brien is on his horse and forces him wide, and that means you're sweeping a leg back across the body. You're never going to get it back on frame. O'Brien with a heck of a job there. The Irishman who comes to Indy 11 by virtue of Hamilton Academical in Scotland with a veteran play there to spoil a break.
You know who really made that play too? Aiden Quinn. Tracking back, eliminated the pass, went straight for the open man. The ball fizzed in. Guinzotti pop it out of play, but it was off Indy 11, so a corner coming up. Corner kick brought to you by the Spot Massage Therapy. Boy, and John, you can feel in this building right now as we're ready to cross over into the 56th minute.
A little tension.
A little tension in the air, no doubt.
Because these fans know the stakes just like we do. And it may seem cold to say that this is a pivotal moment in City's season, except that it's not. That's exactly the stakes. You got to get 3 points, and with every minute that goes by, these fans are going to get nervous.
Montez Juve drives it in. Villanueva. Guinzotti, the pressure. And Ofemu just eliminated the threat. He was taking no chances. You know, I like that play there by Cam Lindley. The ball rolled right past him. It's not his job to get it off the field, right?
Nope.
That kills 10 seconds, so be it. Villanueva, his cross played away. Juve.
Keep possession. But now be instinctual with it. Move without the ball. Get runs on the net.
Juve makes his move. Juve gets around the defender. Juve the toe poke, and it's in the back of the net. Montez Juve, a moment of individual brilliance, and City has the lead.
Keyworth comes alive as City finds the goal they needed. And finally, it's Juve, instead of ticky-tackying, taking on a guy. You take on a guy, good things happen. And on the other end, it's Ly Jope, or perhaps an own goal. I don't know whether the last touch was Jope's or an own goal.
So that went in off of Musa. So in the books, it will go in as an own goal, but there's 7,000 people in this building that don't care who it went off.
They don't care. And you know why it happened, Neil Rule? Because finally, a Detroit City attacker took on somebody. Front foot, on the ball, good things happen. And Montez Juve said, you know what? Enough of this passing around stuff. I'm going to go. And beat his man to the byline and worked around and put it in to the mixing bowl, and good things happened.
And the smoke let go. A scoring decision on it, but hey, with where City is right now, they don't care.
Nope. Doesn't matter who went off.
Nope. There's a 1 on the scoreboard.
And that is all that matters.
Smith heads that one up. Darren Smith comes up to challenge. And remember, too, City has Guinzotti up with Atez Juve, Darren Smith, Lai Jope has advanced forward.
And now it's about get 2 and put this thing to bed, because you had a 2-goal lead in Indy. And then Elvis Amo said, I'm here.
That ball's in space. Boy, Smith run through. Let's take another look at the Fago replay.
Look at Juve just taking a guy on. Puts it in, and clearly off of the Indy 11 player, who doesn't turn his number to it.
Musa.
There we go. Musa it is. And they have officially finally credited it. It is Musa. But there's nothing Musa could do about that, really.
No. We talked about it. Atez Juve is dynamic and a problem 1v1. Kobe sends it in. Bryant tracks it down.
Half an hour to go. You got to keep the pressure on. You got one. Find a second. Put this thing to bed.
Now Indy 11 in some moments of desperation. Moving forward.
And that's going to open up space.
There's Atez Juve again. Sheldon pings it in. And a foul went against DCFC inside the box. This portion of the broadcast brought to you by the Seva Law Firm. Hunter Solt will adjust the spot. And fans, USL and ESPN2 Championship, Western Conference powerhouse Phoenix Rising FC take on the surging Eastern Conference Tampa Bay Rowdies in a Saturday night showdown. That's August 16th at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2.
You know, we talked about him at halftime, but every year it seems that the reports of Tampa Bay's demise are premature, because toward the end of the season, they're always there.
Again, as the kids would say, they just lock in. I got a text from my son earlier today that said, lock in, bruh. So there you have it. That's what they're doing right now.
Such a relationship you have with your son that he can call you bruh.
Yep. Well, I call him bro, too.
With the, but was it with the less common BRUH spelling?
Yes, yeah,
okay.
He hit me back with that. Ball sent into the 18. That one's headed away. To be fair, though, I call my wife bro sometimes too.
Speaking of your wife, happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you, my friend. Yeah, appreciate that.
Your wedding anniversary today. How many years?
22 years.
She's put up with you for that long, huh?
She has. That's 22 years. My marriage or a felony count. Well, what you know, those are the things you get 22 years for.
In all honesty, though, congratulations,
Thank
brother,
you.
and many happy returns.
Appreciate that. That ball played over the line. Corner coming up for DCFC. 63rd minute.
City doing a good job of just keeping the ball down in the attacking third here. And now you have a little bit of a chip stack to where you can take a couple of extra minutes to run toward the ball in the corner and make sure everything's right.
Kobe Hernandez Foster. Corner kick brought to you by the Spot Massage Therapy. Kobe whips it in. It's cut out. A lot of space for Villanueva as Michael Bryant. Instead, just take on a defender himself.
Work the first.
He's got some pace, but Amu Mensah cuts it out.
That threat was neutralized the minute his first touch came off the chest and not off a more controllable part of the body. Detroit City FC, though, can't allow themselves to have defensive lapses like that one. Uh-oh.
And that foul will go against Indy 11. Villanueva got locked up with Malik Foster. And you could be the referee.
Yeah, that's a good no call. That's a really good no call by the official. He was going down already. But
you don't want to swim in those waters.
No. It's like taking a pitch right off the outside corner with 2 strikes.
There's a riptide inside the 18. You don't want to be messing with that.
No.
Michael Bryan has it. Mensa. Detroit City being very deliberate now.
Deliberate is good. Don't get so deliberate that you take your eye off the ball.
Mensa.
See, what they're trying to do here is bait Indy 11 into coming out and trying to chase things. If you're going to do that, that's fine. Your passes need to be crisp. You need to come to the ball.
Mensa has it. City appears to be content with the one Indy 11 player coming up to bring pressure. So you're saying their goal is to get a second?
Yeah, what they want is they want one challenge coming forward and then a second player to come in, because that second player coming forward is going to expose a gap underneath that you're going to send a runner into. It's kind of the soft underbelly, and you want to find that. The problem with that is if your passes aren't crisp like that, you scramble just a little bit.
Malik Foster. Montez Juve down.
He's asking for a hand up, and his teammates are too busy talking to the official.
Montez Juve will walk it off.
And he gets taken out.
Yes, he did. Extended arm. There you go from Malik Foster.
Indy 11, it looks like, is going to shuffle the deck. A couple of players coming in.
Things are about to get interesting. Malik Foster. Darren Smith puts the brakes on. Villanueva sends it across. The header goes just wide. Oh, Elijah can't believe it.
3 points on his forehead, and he put it wide. This is a beautiful ball across. Oh, that's perfect. That is picture perfect service. And I can't even say he got it off the wrong part of the forehead. He got it off exactly where he wanted it and put it wide. If City don't come away with all 3 points, he's going to see that in his nightmares.
Connor Rutz will come off.
He's run a very good race.
Jay Chapman comes in for Rutz. Haruki Yamazaki will come in. Elijah will come out.
So his last touch could have been very consequential and may yet be by virtue of the miss.
Some interesting subs coming up here for Indy 11. Elvis Amo will come into the match, as will Logan Nedlinger will come in as well. Malik Foster will come off.
Neidlinger is a Academy product for Indy 11.
And those subs will happen at the next opportunity. In the meantime, we're into the 69th minute right now. This portion of the broadcast brought to you by Strategic Staffing Solutions.
Well, we know what Yamazaki's job is going to be, and that's going to be to run at people. That's called keeping the pace up. Careful here, quick throw.
Foster had to go between the legs of Jay Chapman. Chapman got a piece of him as he went down.
And Elvis Amo is about to come on. Interesting to see what kind of reception he's going to get.
So Neidlinger in, Elvis Amo in. So here we go in the 70th minute.
The guy who got the equalizer last time around against these.
Down a man as well. We're Indy 11 in that matchup back in early May.
We'll see if history repeats itself here at Keyworth.
Ball whipped in towards the back post, headed away, and a volley attempt ripped over the crossbar. Oh boy, Jack Blake.
Didn't miss by much.
He sent a rocket just over top of the bar.
And there was no way Saldana was stopping that.
This was a quality effort by Blake.
Headed back out and on the volley.
That was a quality attempt. Jack Blake, 5 goals, 4 assists on the season. Solt will come off the line to grab that one.
Somebody hitting the turbo button on the far side. Yamazaki just running at people. Careful here. So you gotta, if you're gonna play it out from the back, be aware of where Indy is setting up.
Gonzatti taken down from behind. That whistle was an easy one.
Indy 11 showing signs of life here, Neil Rule.
Yes, they are.
After 70 minutes of allowing Detroit City FC to control virtually every aspect of the contest, in the last 3 or 4, Indy 11 starting to chase a little bit. And Detroit City FC's passes just a little bit loose, allowing Indy 11 in. We've got our first cramp of the night. Not surprising with the humidity that we've seen.
So the hydration break in effect. As we said, heat index of 92 at the beginning of this match. It's relented a little bit since the sun begun its descent.
I guarantee you it still feels hot as blazes.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. There's Sean McCauley in his 2nd season with Indy 11. Looking to dip into the bag of tricks. But it was Atez Juf that broke the ice here in the 2nd half. And John, we had talked about it. Atez Juf is a guy that you have to account for in 1-on-1 situations. And unfortunately for Josh O'Brien, he found out the hard way.
That's what happens when Atez Juf, when you give him the space and you're already retreating, he can take a man on, and he just beat his man to the byline and sent it into the mixing bowl, and nothing Musa could do. That was ball met body, not body met ball, and it just went in behind his keeper. And Atez Juf makes things happen. Hydration break over. I would be willing to bet with the subs in the goal, we're already looking probably 5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this. So City need to see off 22.5 more minutes.
Speaking of hydration,
that's good hydration right there.
City fans staying hydrated as well. Danny Dicchio and his staff have the substitution cards in hand.
And I have a feeling the cramping that precipitated the hydration break is going to lead to the sub.
Gonzatti will come off, and Ryan Williams will come on.
I'm not sure that.
And Reese Williams will come in. Villanueva comes out. Now tactically that's essentially a like for like. because they're pretty much the same guy. Pacey wings, come back and defend, can take defenders on.
And that's the last sub for City. They've used 5. 1 at halftime, 2 at their last break, 2 in this window. Indy 11, if they want them, have 3 left.
You can see right there in your camera the change of operation for Detroit City. That tells you right there in this camera shot. That's all you need to know what City's goals are here.
Yep. They're going to spread things out. They're going to bait up and try.
Juve fighting through some contact, a held kit, able to keep the possession. Sometimes you got to do that.
And the process repeats. Come and get us. If you're going to play that way, though, Neil Rule, again, the passes have to be crisp. You got to be ready for when they do.
Sheldon on the right side. Sheldon will go to the corner. Sheldon tried to cross it.
That may have been deflected. Nope, goal kick.
So Hunter Solt will take it. He's been very good here tonight. City, by all rights, could have 3 in this match. It was not.
Should have at least 2.
Right. .6'7", Hunter Solt.
And he stretched to every inch of that frame.
Multiple times. Great play. Nedlinger did well.
I think there was a foul call that play was brought back for.
James Murphy. 32 matches played for Detroit City FC last season. Floats one into the 18. That ball fizzed across. Nobody on the other side for the visitors.
City have let Indy 11 back in here just a little bit. Indy 11 getting more attacking opportunities, more possession. Finally being able to set up some possession in the attacking third. City need to batten down the hatches. You got a man advantage. You don't want to turn this into a defense versus attack drill in front of your own goal for the last 20 minutes.
Pass couldn't connect. Aaron Smith clamps his hands together. Also gets a bit of a bump from Ofemu. Ben Ofemu is your prototypical defender that you want. Size that he's defending them.
You're in my territory.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at the way Indy 11 have set up against this throw, Neil. Several layers of defenders, and they get the turnover, but then give it back.
Chapman will give, then go. Montez Juve being bumped a lot. Tried to send it back to Chapman. Mizaki chipped that one away. Juve taken down. Nedlinger, the guilty party on the foul.
A couple of players intimating from Indy 11 that might have been simulation. The referee disagrees. And now City will have the chance to take some air out of the ball if they wish.
Mensa content with the real estate.
It's becoming a keep ball drill.
Ryan Williams in the middle.
Don't get too cute. You want to have nice, crisp passes in a drill like this.
Darren Smith comes out to get it. Into the 80th minute. Neil Rule, John Krieger here with you. Happy to have you with us. Sheldon. Ball touched into the box. Boy, great give and go! And it's sent over top of the crossbar. Boy, Matt Sheldon had a prime opportunity and just overcooked it.
That's the second attack in the last 10 minutes where City have had a chance on a plate. Sheldon's there, no one around him. That's an easy poke to the side. And instead, he didn't follow through. You got to follow through. You can't block that ball off. You turn your foot upward, it's going to turn into a game of pepper.
Mensa call for the foul against Elvis Amo.
In fairness, that's also a defender that's through on goal. If that's a forward, it's 2-0, and we're done. But the Lejo miss, and that miss looming large right now.
That whistle went against Indy 11 inside the 18.
Still going to be about 15 minutes left in this one, I would think, with the stoppage time, the subs.
Hydration break.
Indy 11 going to shuffle the deck for their final substitution window. They can bring in as many as 3. Excuse me, they have 2 substitution windows remaining.
Here's Sheldon again. And Sheldon taken down after the pass out. Aiden Quinn was over there.
Edward Chiza readying himself.
Figured Kizza would get in here at some point. And Patrick Hogan.
So Chiza.
That free kick sent in. Amo track back. Jack Blake will come out. '83rd minute. Michael Bryant. Time to get the ball at the feet. Montez Juve. That's a good move. Ball feathered in, looking for Smith.
And that'll give Indy 11 the chance to make their subs. Hogan and Chiza.
Blake will come out. 84th minute, so this is the squad. He rolls it up. Chapman couldn't keep it.
More pressure on the ball from Indy 11 right now.
It's about that time.
My guess, about 12 minutes to go.
Endlinger's down here on the right side all by himself.
A couple of Detroit City players upset with their teammates. There was a chance when they had possession to move forward and didn't. And now we've got a foul and a set piece in a dangerous area.
The 11, one play away from leveling this match. Leading Quinn over. That ball headed up. Saldana makes the stop, and it's sent wide. Moments of peril for Detroit City FC.
And thankfully for LaRouge, it wouldn't have counted. The flag went up. But you don't want to leave it that open. A very fortuitous flag, but that's a header on frame, and that would have gone off the crossbar and maybe the underside of the bar. City let off the hook by the offside flag. Detroit City FC a little bit loose right now. Need to tighten things up. They have a man advantage, and frankly, a couple of minutes there, Indy 11 has looked like that wasn't the case. Indy 11 have really warmed into this match in the last 5 to 7 minutes, really taking it to Detroit City FC.
Murphy sends it back. Sheldon to Reese Williams. He can give one a go up that right side. It's a 4v4 if they want it.
A lot of space.
Reese Williams hesitates. Goes into the 18, lost control, and it's out for a goal kick.
And that's a really good piece of refereeing. He was going down already. Not a foul. Smart refereeing by Matthew Corrigan, who's had a good match tonight.
There's some cramping now for, it says Juve, I believe, who was down on the pitch getting stretched out.
And City are out of subs, Neil.
Now Amu Mensah in the mix with Josh O'Brien. Amu Mensah still talking to O'Brien. They got separated, but now they're going right back together.
He's getting a little bit chippy here in the final 7 minutes.
Well, everyone knows what's on the line, and as we talked about, John, we move into August. We're separated by a point. It's very clear what the stakes are. Here's Elvis Amo into the 18. Amo turns, shot is blocked. Amo gets it back, floats it in. Saldana comes off the line.
That's a good aggressive move by Saldana, but City's back line that's been so great all day.
Things are getting dicey right now.
No, they're at 6s and 7s right now. This is not a team playing with a man advantage. They got to be better defensively. Way too many gaps.
Credit to Indy 11. They have locked in.
As the kids would say.
As the kids would say. I have a text to prove it. Ball pinged out to the right side. Nedlinger. Juve tracking back. And that will go out for a goal kick.
Way too many free runs, way too much space for Indy 11 right now if you're Detroit City FC. And what a job by Indy 11, kind of allowing Detroit City FC to control possession for the first 70 minutes of this match, but really in the last 18 minutes have turned up the screws a little bit, and even down a man have had some advantages and some chances, trying to get the equalizer and steal a very valuable point, really steal 2 points. away from Detroit City FC.
Saldana with the wind at his back. Drives it down the pitch, headed out. Throw coming up for City.
Smart job by Yamazaki there just to slow things down. No need to restart that quickly. But look at the way Indy 11 are set up for this throw. They are denying the pass. They're not denying the receive of the throw. They're denying the pass to set something up.
Yamazaki will let that one trickle out for another City throw. And the streets are telling me there's 4 minutes of stoppage time.
That's a friendly number for Detroit City.
Well, as I've said, John, you never get all the time back.
The Rouge will be fine with 4 minutes.
Foul goes against Indy 11.
And we have one final Indy 11 sub. They had one window, and they use it for Elliot Collier.
Josh O'Brien comes out.
He's played well today. So this is all about seeing it out and killing it off.
Nifty work by Atez Juve. Boy, and that pass
look
across.
out.
And it's taken back away by Sheldon. Has Darren Smith with him. Sheldon into the 18. Lets it go and just misses the left post.
That's two he's almost put in the back of the net to end things. And he just turned on the jets. Saw space and said, I'm going to have a go. Beats his defender and just cuts it a little bit wide.
Amu Mensah just volleys that one back into the 18. Solt has it.
And let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of anywhere but here clearances, Neil, in these next 3 minutes.
And Solt booms it 3/4 of the way down the pitch. Ball flicked ahead. Yamazaki, no chances. Sends it right back down to Hunter Solt.
Try again.
And he will. No, instead this time he'll roll it out.
Look at the runner on the near side. Neidlinger on the near side in acres of space.
Femu will settle it down again.
That should be a City throw. Nope. Oh no.
An Indy throw. Chapman will come up and apply pressure.
2.5 minutes to go. Solt coming forward. He's going to distribute from further forward now as City sits back a little bit.
Well, Juve went up. Won that away from Collier. And that will go out for a goal kick.
That's a really smart job of defending by Amu Mensah down there.
What about Juve winning that ball? Collier is 6'4".
And Atez Juve just took it from him.
Yes, he did.
That's the kind of player he is. And we saw that on the drive around his defender that led to the goal. He'll just take you on. He's got a lot of want to, that guy.
I always talk about it. We discuss tactics. We discuss tactics, formations, all that. It's a want-to business.
It is a want-to business. And he's got a lot of want-to. 90 seconds. This team has to find 90 seconds more of want-to.
Solt will roll it out. Reese Williams flies out to the wing. Aiden Quinn feathers it beautifully along the touchline.
City concede the throw. That's a little dangerous.
That ball sent into the 18 directly, and Elvis Amu was a target. Darren Smith out. Can Smith win this one? He cannot.
ASC did. He got a throw. City throw.
Smith, I think, was trying to play that one down and get off to the races. But in the end, even better.
Eat some time.
Eat some time for Detroit City. Fans making some noise, as they always do. That ball headed up into the corner. And we're getting to about the death of this one.
Indy are going to have one more rush forward. If City can get possession, that'll be about it.
Ball headed away. Ofemu will just send it up the pitch. Amu Mensah flicks it away. And that ball sent wide. I believe there was a whistle before that. And that should about do it.
We had an offside flag come up. And if this result holds and we get the whistle, a gritty 3 points, a needed 3 points. It was the only acceptable objective once you went up a man. And they've got the job done.
Saldana drives it, and there is the final whistle. Mission accomplished for Detroit City FC. Up a man since the 30th minute. Atez Ju found a way, and City gets a monumental 3 points here tonight.
3 points, check. Season series tiebreaker over Indy 11, check. Statement of intent as you get ready to head down to North Carolina and play the team you're challenging for a host playoff spot, check. All the things you've accomplished. It wasn't pretty toward the end, it was gritty, but gritty counts just as much. 3 points for Le Rouge.
There is a look at the live table. So we will take a break, come back, and wrap this thing up with the highlights and our shot and save of the match when we return. 1-0, City gets the win. We'll be back with more USL Championship Soccer. Summer soccer is in full swing. Feel the adrenaline, embrace the excitement, and be a part of every heart-pounding moment at historic Keyworth Stadium. Single match tickets available right now at deadcityfc.com/tickets. Summer soccer is in full swing. Feel the adrenaline, embrace the excitement, and be a part of every heart-pounding moment at historic Keyworth Stadium. Single match tickets available right now at deadcityfc.com/tickets.
Adulting? Overrated. Financial freedom? Now that's the move. Meet Alumnify. Banking built for real life. No jargon. No hassle. Just smart money moves made simple. Want to save more? Spend smarter? Build wealth? We've got your back. With zero hidden fees and game-changing savings rates. This is banking that fits your life. Alumnify. Let's go.
Here's Smith again, the chip! Give him two! It's through two defenders! Oh, what a goal by Ju! Morris, service on the corner! And it's 1-0 City!
Back here in historic Keyworth Stadium on Nate Steinwasser night. Detroit City FC picks up a clean sheet with a 1-0 win over Indy 11. Neil Rule, John Krieger back with you. Let's take a look at the highlights from this one here tonight. And Detroit City FC from the opening kick came out very aggressive. You knew chances were going to be limited for Indy 11, but they got one early on.
The 11th minute there, but a nice job by City to shut down with a leg in late. And that shot goes wide of the post. And now our shot of the match, Neil.
Brought to you by Tullamore Irish Whiskey. And of course, Atez Ju takes on a defender and provides the margin of victory.
He's that want-to player. Finally said, I'm tired of passing the ball around. I'm going to take somebody on. Beats his defender to the byline. Puts it in the mixing bowl. Nothing Musa could do for Indy 11. He puts it in the back of his own net. And Keyworth roars. Then on 85 minutes, the save of the match. More a positioning save, so to speak. But here's Indy 11 with an opportunity to steal things late. Saldana got the hand up. If that had been lower, I think he parries it over the bar. The positioning is good. It goes off the woodwork, and City get the 3 points.
As always, the save of the match presented by Alumnify. Let's peep those stats. And as we talked about from minute one, it was total domination for Detroit City FC. 74% of the possession. But none of that matters, John. They cashed it in. They got 3 points.
There's exactly one line that matters, Neil Rule. It's the line on the top. Goals. Detroit City FC 1, Indy 11 0. Job done on the North Carolina Friday night.
Absolutely. So again, a huge 3 points for City. They are 4 points clear of Indy 11. And that will do it for our broadcast here tonight. For our entire broadcasting crew, including Lotus Dubles, of course, Josh Savalas as well, Kike Moya, John Safaro, and of course, my broadcast partner, John Krieger. My name is Neil Rule, reminding you one final time, Detroit City FC with a 1-0 win over Indy 11. Have a great Saturday night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Well, see you later.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.